Hi, I'm KV.
And I'm B, and we are so grateful to have you listening to our podcast.
Please don't forget to hit the subscribe or the follow along button so you never miss an episode. It really means the world to us.
Thanks for listening. Welcome to Sex and the One, the podcast with B and KV.
Getting down and dirty about all things love, life, sex, dating, and relationships. Welcome back, everyone.
Welcome back.
Just for the people that don't know, we actually record when we're not doing interviews with people like online.
Or if
we
we're not
record
in Melbourne,
from a room in my house. And I live in South
Gippsland, everyone.
in Victoria. And so there's a lot of action out the window with lots of different animals and things that tends to distract B at times.
I got caught. I don't know if you saw me.
No.
In last week's pod, I got caught watching a leaf, like just
Coming off the tree.
the way it fell. It was twisting. It was quite beautiful.
I tell you,
This
one
window's
day
amazing.
you'll see a koala.
I'm going
and
to take a
you'll-
picture.
we will have to stop the pod to see the koala because you won't be able to cope.
I just took a picture of my view and then I'll show everyone.
Okay, we'll put it onto the pod
Okay.
at the end, maybe.
Anyway, what are we talking about today?
I don't know. What are we talking about today?
So, I love TikTok and I always flick through, and I think because here's what you talk about.
Yes.
Alessandra's, Makeup by Alessandra,
Yes.
the girl that goes on dates and then talks about how horrible those dates are.
Yes.
Because she's trying to find a man and they've all fucked her over. Anyway.
Yes.
She did a trending TikTok the other day, and it had this caption, and it was a statistic, and I wanted to talk about the statistic.
Okay, let's go.
There are exceptional women everywhere that are single. The issue isn't women, it's the widening gap between how fast women have evolved and how slowly men have kept up. Boom. Mic drop. What do you think?
Well,
Oh my God, I just kissed
hello, preaching to the converted here.
the gap is massive.
The gap can feel massive. And I think, and we've discussed this many times because, I have this whole view around what the patriarchy has done for women and how they talk about how relationships used to be great, and it really was based on men controlling women and that being the provider and the protector. And they created those roles because they're easy. It is easy to make money. It is. All of my children have been able to do it, and they all have varying levels of issues in their lives. And anyone can make money, and you wouldn't need protection if people stopped hurting people. So, those two things have perpetuated men in society up until this point. And women have worked out that we can make our own money, or we've been allowed to make money. And so we're now wanting more out of a relationship. And the men have been brainwashed, I think, to a big extent into believing that the provide and the protect adds so much value to a woman's life, and they are the prize because in that sense they are there to come and take care and rescue the woman. And it's just practically not the case. The woman has always been pivotal in the home and pivotal in lots of things in life, much more emotionally intelligent. And now that we're working as well, the jig is up.
The jig is up, guys.
We know. It's all, I speak for almost every single mum out there. We know we do both. I'm a mother and a father, and I work. I'm telling you which one's the easy one.
Yeah.
And so we know, we already know. And so, but where I think the issues have been, and I'm definitely one of these people that's in this category, is we start going, oh, you're fucked. Oh my God, I can't believe you think that. And you start meeting all these men and you see all of these red flags and these issues with these men. And instead of going, oh, you're a human, I'm a human.
Yes.
Like I would do with a woman. If I met a woman down the street, I'd be kind and gentle. And if she didn't share my views, I would just go, okay, we have different views.
Yeah.
With a man, I'm going, fuck off.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I have this guttural, ridiculous reaction to him being a product of his own environment. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I seem to have not. I have got so much forgiveness and empathy for women, no matter what position they're in. When men are in that position, I go, do better. So I actually agree with her statement, but I think it's complex.
It is complex because then from my perspective, I'm like, all the men that I'm surrounded with are really good men.
Yes.
Like they are really good men. And I feel like they're consciously lessening the gap because they want to bring us up.
Yes.
You know,
yes.
like
yes.
my friends' husbands, my friend's partner, all gorgeous humans.
Yeah, that's so cool.
You know, that, you know, we have very deep discussions and they admire their women.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But they also let us be who we want to be and who we are. Like they allow us to just be us.
Yeah, and so they should.
Yeah,
but yes,
like there's
but it's also great that they do. Yeah.
But that's my reflection.
Isn't that interesting though? Because that's your mirror, that's what your existence is. So that's what you're going to attract. Perhaps when you're single, you would attract more people who can't meet your needs. I don't know.
Well, all the single people that we're talking to, like, they're finding it really difficult.
Yeah.
But then, I don't know, because there are friends that are my age that are not partnered and who would like to be. Mm-hmm. Is it that they're so ingrained in who they are now that they cannot find someone because they're so, what's the word? They're so firm, like they're firm and planted. And it's like that tree, you cannot uproot me because I'm not going to let you.
Well, 100%. Because I think what happens is, like, so you and Anth were really young, right? So you grew together and you don't really know life without him. You don't remember much of life without him, right? So you've grown together. Yeah. If you've become single and worked out your own life, it's pretty fucking awesome. Yeah. It's a very fun place to be. Yeah. Even when you think it's not. You think you're missing something. You think everyone else has fallen in love and you haven't, and all that kind of stuff. When you let that go, you realize you have a lot of autonomy. You have a lot of power. You have a lot of things that you get to decide yourself. No one's telling me to stop online shopping. If I want to fucking buy, if I want to get on that Mecca website and I want to buy ridiculous too much makeup, I'm going to do it.
There's a kookaburra. Just saying.
Sorry?
There's a kookaburra.
She's been distracted, people. There is a kookaburra in the old gum tree. That kind of
Mary, King of the Bush is he? Yeah. Jesus.
Yeah, he is.
As
King of the Bush.
You're like coming over and really making you stand.
He's just representing men, isn't he? So anyway, my point is, I think you're right in that women are happy. They may not realize they're happy, but so their standards are higher. Your standards have developed over time because you were already with him, and then you've gone, actually, I don't like this, I don't want this, whatever, and you've developed, you've formed yourself a situation there. But people who have formed their own, like you were saying, they have to, like, their guys are competing with the woman's peace and joy that she's created for herself.
Yeah, and I can imagine how hard it would be to allow someone in because the chances of that being wrecked, ruined,
are high.
Tarnished are high.
And we are sold that that's where the joy is, that that's where the happiness is and whatever. And we're going, are you sure, really? Are you sure? Because I think this guy's just going to, like, not meet those
track
needs
records,
that I can meet myself.
That's what it shows,
But if you're young and you don't know.
Young and impressionable, you reckon?
Well, I certainly was. I was with my ex-husband when I was 17, 18, and I was with him till I was 37. I had absolutely no idea about life outside of him. Absolutely no idea. He was my whole world. And I would have told you I was incredibly happy and that he was an awesome guy because I had no idea. And so I think single people have an idea.
Yeah. No, but I agree with what you're saying. I don't understand it, but I can see how they would get to that point of joy and happiness. Like they've built too much on their own to let that castle crumble.
And also they've realised joy and happiness doesn't have to come from a man.
Yeah, that's right.
But also I think it's to do with, and we were discussing this recently with somebody about the apps and the value of the apps now because like, you know, as we know, they're there to make money. It's ridiculously expensive to be on an app at the moment. And, you know, people are on them for convenience. and it doesn't really people are not having a good time of it. And I remember this guy saying once years ago, and it has stuck in my head forever, and I just really value this. The best way to meet, like for a woman who's looking for a man to meet a man, is to have a setup, to be set up.
Yes.
For a friend to recommend him. And what I know in my life, and I'll ask you this question because you can tell me if this is true. I know many single women that I would recommend to a man. I would go, she's good at this, she's good at that, she's a really decent human being, she's developed this in her life, look, this is the kind of thing she's done. I don't know any single men that I would go, I'm going to set you up with one of my single women.
Yeah.
How about you?
The one I'm thinking of in particular, I don't know any single men. I don't know any single men. No.
So there you go. So
is the pond smaller for them? Why is it so difficult? Because like I mentioned, like this friend of mine is on a mission to find love. She's on the apps.
Yep.
Active. Like she's
Yep.
active. And there's something initially, and then it just dwindles into nothing. You know, and she said, I am not, so not only is she looking for love, but her little stance, I guess, is I am not going to be the one to call the date. If you want the date, you call the date. Like she's starting to set some firmer boundaries for herself because she knows that she's let herself just be like, oh yeah, all right, well, let's go here or let's go there. Like she's taken control and she's like, no, you want to see me? You tell me where and when and I'll meet you there.
Do you know what's so funny about that is I and I think I've said this before, I traditionally have asked every single guy out, that I chat to, because I'm like getting to know him. Okay, I'm interested in meeting him. I'm just going to say it.
Yeah.
I recently have just decided in the last few days, just for fun, just to go, I'm not going to ask anyone out. I'm just going to chat and not ask anyone out.
And
I haven't been asked out.
So you think men are scared?
Yep. Men's biggest fear is rejection. Women's biggest fear is
rejection.
It's getting killed.
Well,
that is our biggest fear. It's 100% true.
Far.
Yeah, because we could get killed on a date. We can. I don't focus on that. But it's true.
Yeah.
We don't know what strange men are going to do to us.
This is so true.
Weird shit happens. So men are really, really scared of rejection more than women because we're scared of what we perceive to be a bigger thing, which would be death.
Yeah. How's about that scene in All's Fair where the lawyer goes on she builds up the courage to finally go to a dating ball or something and she gets basically roofied and raped.
Yeah.
I mean, I know we're going deep, but anyway, that TV series is highlighting that exact statement.
So my point, that was my point exactly. That was my exact point. Because that guy seemed all nice and friendly and attractive and she was just putting herself out there for the first time in years, and she's just casually having a drink with a guy, and she wakes up in the morning, she doesn't know what the hell's happened.
Yeah.
That is a real thing.
Yeah, right.
Women really do, we don't spend a lot of time on it. We don't
no.
But it is a real possibility. We are shown that repeatedly in the media. We're shown that repeatedly in social media. It is a real possibility. We are aware of it. We tell our friends I'm going to be at this restaurant at this time. Please, I'm going to check in at 7. Can you, we have safety plans.
Yeah, we do. I'll send you this emoji if I need you to call me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We are literally unsafe outside of our own homes.
Yeah.
And so men are scared, which is why the modern woman, right, is going, you're a fucking wuss. You can't even ask me on a date. I'm out there making sure I'm safe.
Yes.
In
comparison,
the world,
that's why you're
and you can't
off.
ask me on a date. It's so it gives you the ick, to be honest with you.
Yes, I can see
because
this.
it seems like they've got men have this perceived power, but they don't have actual power, actual strength.
Yeah, right.
Because we're going, are you serious? You and I, when we went out to that night in Melbourne and you said to me something happened to a woman on this very street.
Oh,
and
you didn't know that?
No. And
yeah.
And so we were walking differently.
A very big case.
We were differently walking than we would normally have walked necessarily for safety. You and I
Yeah.
doing nothing,
Yeah.
wandering down the street. We can't wander down the street. And these guys can't go, hey, do you want to meet at such and such at 6 o'clock? I'll book the reservation.
I know, simple. No.
I don't know the answer. I don't know why. We
Hmm.
need men. We need to talk to men. We need to talk to a single guy.
Yes. Who can I get?
If
my cousin's single.
anyone knows of a single guy that would be interested in talking to us on the pod,
Well, my cousin said, so he's single. He's 27.
okay.
I'm just going to plug you here, Fabe. He is
High five.
he is a stunner, like gorgeous man. Will
Right.
treat any like woman
Really well.
very well.
Yes.
But he's an osteo. He's looking at, anyway, he's good. Anyway, he said to me when I talked to him about this
Yes.
before, I'm like, what is the deal? Like, you're a
Yes.
good looking man. He's like, do you know what the problem is? All these women want men to live up to this Instagram image. And
Yeah.
that is not what real life is like. He's like, I'm slugging it out as an osteo, like trying to make something of myself. And he's like, I can't live up to what these women think life is. That's not real.
So the women aren't authentic either.
Well, that's his perspective.
Yeah, I believe him. I believe
Like
him.
it's hard. He goes, it's
Yeah.
hard because they think you get with someone, I'm going to buy you that car tomorrow. I'm going to buy you that house next
Yeah.
week. Like that's not how this works.
No.
We got to work hard.
And
together.
there would be a lot of women that are interested in
their
physicality
expectation, yeah.
and looks and I'm wearing this dress and rocking up at this event and men are almost like eye candy a little bit for women these days.
Yeah.
Like, oh look what I've got, because like they can buy all our other things.
Yeah. That's
I don't
true.
know.
But the expectation, he says, is just too high.
I would agree with him.
It's a little bit surreal. And he's like, I'd rather just work on my career and establish that more. And then if I'm a bit older, then potentially that person that I'm meant to be with will be at the same stage of life. And when we're ready, we'll be serious about it. I'm not going to waste my time now.
No, fair enough.
I'm
Fair
like,
enough.
okay.
And like really, when we were that age, like, I'm glad. I'm glad my kids aren't following in my footsteps for that reason, because it's time to just live your life, and you don't have to. I don't regret anything I've done, but you do have different expectations at that age, don't you? Like you would have. I certainly did. I had different expectations from a man at that age than I would now.
Yeah. Yes.
I'd be more lenient about some things, and I'd have higher expectations about some things. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
I
But
certainly don't need someone to kill my spiders for me.
I need Ant to take my spiders outside. He doesn't kill spiders.
I had a spider in my car the other day, and it was like right above my head, like this far away. And I said to David, "Oh, hang on a second, I've just got to get rid of this spider."
What did you do? Did you kill it?
I just got it out with the tissue.
Yeah, that's what Ant does. He gets like
Yeah.
little containers and moves them.
Yeah,
Doesn't
yeah.
kill them.
It was all
Anyway.
fine. It's fine.
Yeah, no. But I do have a man that makes me coffee in the morning, and I'll take it.
Yes.
Sorry.
Yeah, exactly. Well, did you say sorry?
Yeah.
Do not be sorry.
Oh, it's our new thing. Like we usually go buy coffee in the mornings.
Yeah.
Or like when we're doing school drop-offs, but obviously it's holiday season.
Yep.
So we haven't been doing that. And we're like, we need to buy a new machine. Like it's got to be the machine. It's a machine. Nope. He researched into how to make the perfect coffee with our machine. He bought multiple different milks, multiple different pods. And this
Right.
morning I got the fucking perfect coffee. I'm like, this is the coffee.
Yay!
Yeah. So that build-up is a build-up.
There is no sorry.
Yeah.
There is no sorry.
And I
for
was
that.
like, sorry, like,
My dad made my mum's breakfast in bed every day for like 40 years.
Oh, wow. What would you make it?
Wheat Bix and a cup of tea.
A
I
cup
wanna
of
say.
tea.
I could be getting that wrong. But he made her breakfast in bed every single day.
Chivalry still exists.
My dad was awesome.
Yeah.
Very awesome man.
Yeah.
And on that note,
And they are awesome men. This is the thing,
yes,
though.
there
Like,
are. That's
there
true.
absolutely are. And I just want to highlight that. Like, I really think they do exist. Do you have to slay a few dragons to get to the prince? Maybe. Or the princess, whatever you're into. But it's just, yeah.
And this is why I agree with this statement that you made at the start of the
Bridge the
thing.
gap yourself.
I agree with the statement, but I also think it's problematic because I think now we're looking
Yeah.
for issues with men
Yeah.
when we don't need to look. They're just really there anyway.
Not with all of them. But look, we all have our flaws. Like, I'm not not fucking perfect.
No.
You're not perfect.
No, but I think the point of
Yeah.
that statement is that the philosophy about life is different, and like it's about women having value and purpose and
Well, we always
being
have.
perceived to be equal. Yeah,
Yeah.
but I
Perception
think
is reality, my
I
friend.
think we're getting there. I think
Yeah.
we're getting there. I'm gonna have hope.
And that's what I was referring to with the men that I surround, that are in my circles, but they bridge the gap.
Yes.
They, and
what
it
we-
allows
what we-
us to
what
rise
we-
a little bit more.
What we
but
single women need to do is pay more attention to the married men that are good humans, so that we know that they exist, so that they're a bit more in tune with. Because like if we get all resentful and like annoyed and whatever, that's all we're gonna
Yes,
we're
it's
gonna
all you're gonna
receive
see,
the
yeah.
energy of that.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. That's it. Go hang out with your married friends that you're happy with.
yeah. Don't do anything with their husbands.
Fucking don't do anything with their husbands.
We don't need to say that, do we?
Oh God. Anyway.
See you next week.
Bye. Thanks for listening to Sex in the One, an original podcast created by
KV&B,
produced by
B&KV,
content by
KV&B,
enthusiasm for sex.
B, and mostly KV.